Hey YouTube, Jason here with Day Trading Fearless. Welcome back to my channel. If you're new, welcome. Make sure you guys like and subscribe. And as always, let's jump right into it. But real quick, make sure you check out my Patreon page with the link down below, where you can follow my stock dividend and option portfolio. So make sure you check it out. And let's jump right into this weekly watch list for December 14th, 2020. Well, the year's almost over, and we're about to ring in the new year in a couple weeks. So hopefully 2021's a little better with everything going on. But let's look at the first stock, which is the S&P EMA futures, which I always look at every week. And I told you last week I thought we were going to go higher, and then maybe late during the week or this coming week, which is now this week, is going to roll over. And I think the rollover has begun. We will see what happens. We do have a nice wedge, a rising channel, if you want to call it, or a rising wedge, right? Which are usually bearish patterns. And we also have the divergence that's really, really kind of working perfectly with what the market's doing, right? So we may a high here, pull back, making new highs, but the RSI is lagging. That is divergence, and that is showing underneath the hood there is some major weakness in the overall market. Now the question is how far do we roll over? Okay, and we drew this, and if you kind of remember from last week's watch list, okay, we had the 127, we touch it, kind of poke our head above, and then we reverse and fail. Okay, so we're going to hide that because it's no longer relevant, right? If we zoom in here, something very interesting, we have a bearish engulfment. Okay, this candle engulfs the prior high and low, right? So we kind of probably opened, went higher, made new highs, reverse, take out the low, and now we're in a down waterfall. Okay, a bearish waterfall. So until price takes out the high, we will see what happens. But I am saying I believe this week is going to be bearish, and it almost kind of coincides with a lot of things going on right now. This is the bigger picture, right? Think about this. All we've heard about is vaccine, vaccine, vaccine for the last 6 months or 8 months, right? Well, guess what? The FDA approved Pfizer's vaccine I guess this weekend, but we all kind of knew it was coming, and the market started to roll over. Okay, about midweek. Is that a true buy the rumor, sell the news, right? Type of thing that once the vaccine comes on the market pulls back because we already know, and that was the entire trade to get long while until the vaccine comes, right? That sounds maybe like it might be worth it, kind of, or like what the trade really is. But with that being said, look at this, right? We have a nice W pattern, kind of making highs, but we're struggling to really make highs. The laggers are your techs that really drove this up, right? Your Apple, your Amazons, things like that. They're just kind of dead money. And I think things are kind of coming to reality where, hey, things are overpriced and all that. So with that being said, I actually think we could pull all the way back, at least to this trend line, at least to the 50. This is the 50 period EMA, maybe even to the lower trend line with the value area high, which is around the 34.20 level. So that's a level if we do break this and we do continue the lower highs on the candles, because currently the market is bearish. So that's what I'm looking for this week. If you like kind of want to take a trade like that, and again, none of this is trade advice. I'm just these are my thoughts from some dude on YouTube. So, with that being said, I would look for a potential short right into Monday, Sunday evening type of deal. But your stop should go above this 37. I believe it's 37.11 in change above that high. Okay, we're going higher if price reverses and takes out that high. So everything's negated and move on. So that is what I think more downside for that. Let's take a look at SPY. Again, the same exact thing, same setup, just a lower highs, bearish market on the daily. Pull back at least to the 50 low volume node, which is around the 253. Maybe look for a quick little bounce there and then maybe hit the back trend line or something, roll back over. So we will see what happens. Crude oil. Crude oil kind of drew this. I said I'm still watching this 49, almost 50 level for a potential gap fill. Okay, but guess what? We got up to 47.72. I told you last week I was kind of bullish on oil. Oil is actually is the market rolled over the last couple of days. Oil has actually been going up the last couple of days, so I think kind of like a magnet, price wants to go to that 49 level, things like that. Now, once we get there, okay, and we'll clean this up. Once we get to that 49, I think then we potentially could roll over and kind of head back down, and it also depends what the overall market's doing. So keep an eye on that. Gold, GLD, okay, GLD kind of getting stuck, old support becomes new resistance. We're seeing it. We came right down to the 50 period, moving average. Let's clean up a couple of these charts, right? And then it kind of went right to the 50 and reversed. And now we're staying here. Now, something to watch this week in gold is if the market does start to sell off and gold sells off with it, and everything Apple, Amazon's, all these big stocks, Zooms, everybody starts selling, then it might just be a pure liquidation going into the end of the year because there might be a lot of tax consequences. People might not want to hold positions into the new year. They're taking profits on their winners to pay that lower capital gains tax because there's a lot of chatter out there where capital gains might go from 20% to 40 for the high earners, and maybe those people are taking profits to pay their lower capital gains. So we'll see what happens with that this week. So AAPL, Apple. Let's take a look at our Apple again. Bear flag still. We're still within the Smiths. Dead money just kind of bouncing around. Every time it goes up, sellers come in. Every time it goes down, buyers step in. Nice bell-shaped curve. Little bit needs to be cleaned up down to around this 110, 115 level. I think if we or sorry, 112. If we could get down to these levels, lower trend line, maybe look for a shot off the lower trend line and also the point of control just below it to fill this in and back up. So that's what I like with Apple for this week. But again, if we start to break down, okay, remember, I still like that 95 level, 96 level for the gap fill that may eventually get filled. Couple more stocks, AMZN, Amazon, again, dead money, shoulder, head, shoulder, inverse or head and shoulders. I've been calling this for a long time. We'll see what happens if price starts falling. These are levels where I want to look to be a buyer. And then finally is Tesla. Tesla is very interesting. I I wonder if Tesla, we're kind of seeing it, especially here, right? Divergence here with Tesla. Okay, just a parabolic move straight up, a high, pullback, new high. You could see even here is a divergence right here, okay, from here to here. If we just draw trend lines, I would draw it from here to here, right? Rising wedge, maybe we bounce and then roll back over. So Tesla, a lot of money flowing in. Maybe people take big profits on Tesla going into the end of the year, or was this it? Oh no, we'll see. But pretty much if Tesla breaks below this 595 level, watch for more downside because right now, um, even to now, we have a bearish engulfment at the highs, right? We have a waterfall, which is bearish, so the market's bearish. And so if we take out that low, I think on Monday, price will just keep going lower. So that's it. Those are my thoughts for this week on for the weekly watch list of February or February, December 14th, 2020. Make sure you check out my Patreon page, a link down below in the description, and we'll talk to you soon. Thank you.